lot of work to do. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Tamara, it's Friday, and today I finally have for you what you've all been waiting for. A brand new this or that. Yes, you heard me right. We are comparing Korean nail products with possible affordable dupes, mainly from Amazon, a couple from AliExpress, but everything is available currently. So, this is so exciting. And we're doing them on nails this time. I'm actually doing like a full set, so we're comparing the products in real time while we do them to see how they work, all that good stuff. Very exciting. So, welcome if you are new and welcome back if you are not. If all of that sounds good to you, then you should probably grab a drink, grab a snack, get comfy, because we're gonna make some really cool shit. Hi guys, how are you? Good? I hope. We're gonna get right on into it because this video is probably gonna be super long. Before we get into anything, I'm gonna go over all the products that we will be trying to dupe. So Korean side versus dupe side. Also, this video is gonna be kind of like basically in real time, no voiceover. I want you guys to get like the full experience of applying the products, seeing how they go on, seeing the viscosity, seeing all of it. I want you guys, that's like the whole point. We're gonna do it actually on nails instead of the typical this or that video that I do. I usually just do swatches and go over like the price and all that, which we'll be doing that as well. Not the swatches, but we'll be going over the prices and all the info. But you're gonna get all the goods. All the goods. So, products. First, the nails themselves. Everything that we have on these nails, except for the charms, we will be doing the this or that for. So everything that's on these, except for the charms. All right, first, the nails themselves. The Diami corn tips. Ooh, obviously Korean side. For the dupe side, we've got an Amazon product, Tay stilettos. I happen to love both of those. I've used them before, spoiler. I love them both. So we'll see how they hold up to each other. And then on the Korean side, my one true love at the moment, the yogurt nail chewing gum collection. She is beauty, she is grace. I'm obsessed. I'd put it on my face. And then on the dupe side, we've got the Double Rhythm Mirror Glass collection. Also, juicy, delicious. Love it. Next, we have the Valla Cotton Pastel collection. Stunning pastels that you know I love so much. They're my favorite pastel gels. They are milky, they are creamy. They are one coat coverage and self-leveling. We are going to be using the milky yellow. For the dupe side, we have another Double Rhythm collection, the ice cream collection. Again, the milky yellow is what we'll be using. Next, we have on the Korean side, the amazing, the wonderful, the Diami ponygello Wonder Drawing Gel. This is my favorite white potted gel. It's creamy, it's opaque. So good. So, on the dupe side, they'll be fighting it out. The ONL, or Onal, maybe, AliExpress non-wipe white potted gel. For the Korean side, we have a milky jelly. Would you expect anything less? I have to use a milky jelly. A milky jelly from Gel Monsta, number 01. She is a bright white milky jelly. Look at that. And then for the dupe side, we are coming in hot with more double rhythm in A1 367, another yummy milky white. Also a bright white milky white. And then on the Korean side, we have the lovely, the favorite, the Yogo Zombie King. The non-white builder top gel. She's thick, she's shiny. Gonna be hard to match up. On the dupe side, we've got the Goe, I believe that's how you say it, Goe non-white builder top gel. We'll see what happens. And then we've got a couple brushes. We've got my favorite Diami number 17 round flat brush. Ooh. On the dupe side, we've got the AliExpress nail brush. That's literally what it's called. The nail brush. Look at that. Look at that. We're going to put these babies to work. And then I believe last we have the Clodi. These have been used into this or that before, but I wanted to use them again. Shoot me. The Clodi tiny little pastel stars. We're going to be using the purple, blue, orange, pink, and green. And then on the dupe side, we will be using the same thing. Spoiler. AliExpress pastel stars. Same colors. Same stars. Spoiler. And that's it. Let's get into it. Because, boy, we have a lot of work to do. All right, we are going to start out with the nails we're using. I'm going to try to get dupes for literally like everything that I'm using today, you guys. I think we're going to have like a possible dupe for everything. So, nails. I am going to use the Korean brand, the Diami corn tips. These are stilettos. I would consider these like a long stiletto. Some of my favorite nails. They're nice and thin, but not too thin. You know, like the cuticle is nice and thin, but the actual nail itself isn't so thin that they're just going to break. But they're thin enough that they're like comfortable, and the cuticle is very, very thin, so it just fits like perfectly. They're really nice, and I love the shape. So I'm going to be using these on one hand, on my left hand. Diami corn tips. And then these ones are from Tay, and they are on Amazon. This brand's on Amazon. I believe they're also, I think they're a Chinese brand, but these ones are also obviously stiletto. These ones start out matte. So the Diami corn tips are shiny, so you have to buff them. These ones are matte, but I still actually buff these because a lot of nails that come pre-etched, if they're still smooth, especially if they're pre-etched on the bottom when you're doing gel X, if the pre-etchness on them, is that a word? Etchness? If that etched area is smooth and not rough, you're still going to want to prep that area before you put your gel X nails on. So I just feel like it could be kind of the same deal with the top of a nail. They're pre-etched, they're matte, but I still just give them a buff just because. I just like a good buff, you know? So they start out like this. These ones run about a size smaller. Smaller? Let me think. Yeah, bigger, smaller. In the Diamis, I wear a 3 in the thumb, and these ones, I wear a 1. But in some of the other nails, I only go up like one size. So the nails are just slightly off in size compared to a lot of the other nails that I have. But I feel like a lot of stilettos are like that for some reason with different brands. I don't know. I mean, a lot of nails come in different size anyway. So I am just going to go and give those both a little buff. And we'll be back to start the set. All right, we have the Diami corn tips in the clear tip holders on this side for my left hand, and then I've got the Tay tips on the side with the purple tip holders for my right hand. So we're just going to remember that the whole time, okay? Clear tips, Diami. Purple tips, Tay. Okay? Okay, you guys remember. All right, so for the base, we're gonna start out with some jellies. This, you guys, this is the yogurt nail chewing gum collection, and you're probably gonna get sick of hearing me talk about it, because this is my new favorite collection that has come out since the Clodi Super Happy collection that was also jellies like this, but not as many colors, and I like these colors better. And as somebody else noticed, the Clodi Super Happy collection, you guys, if you own it, open the bottle and take a little whiff for me. So stinky. I don't know what it is, but like, they stank, bruh. These ones, no smelliness. Great. And the colors, love. So, I'm going to use these on the Diami nails, and we're going to use these, the double rhythm mirror glass collection. Now you will notice, obviously, we don't have as many color choices, but the colors that we do have, I think, are decently similar. A couple of them. I think we have a very similar blue. The green, this one's darker. The yellow, this one is more like yellow, where this one, honestly, it looks really yellow here, I guess. This one's more of like, yeah, it's a darker yellow. This one has just like a touch of green tone to it, especially in the bottle. There's a red on both. This one, I think these ones are honestly just a little bit darker. The pinks look pretty close. That purple looks pretty close. So we'll see. I'm going to basically use all of these colors except for the red, and then same on this side. So we'll use the blue, the purple, the pink, the yellow, and the green, and we'll see how close we can get them. They look, I mean, on the swatch cards, I didn't swatch these. These come pre-swatched. So I don't know if they did 2 coats or 1 coat. These are 1 coat. Let's get going. All right, first off, packaging. 10 out of 10. We love the Korean packaging. Sorry to blind you. Don't look at me. Hi, guys. Okay, so we need this blue, this purple, I think that's the pink. Wait, no. What color is that? Oh, there's 2 purples. Duh, we want this purple. Okay. Pink, right? And yellow and green. Boom. So if you can't tell, I am going to be doing this video. I'm not doing a voiceover. I feel like when I'm not doing a set of nails that I'm just like doing like a really cool set as a tutorial, when I'm doing a nail set that I am, or a video where I'm like comparing products, or I want you guys to see actual time and like how things work in real time, if that makes sense. That's what I'm going to be doing from now on. Instead of doing a voiceover and editing it all, there will be edits, but you guys get it. I just want you guys to see in real time like the product going on, because that's the whole point of this video, is like how close we can get it, how things apply, yada yada yada. Okay, and then this is the giant box that the Mirror Glass collection is in. You guys, this brand, Double Rhythm, is actually, it seems to be pretty promising. You guys have said really good things about it, and I've actually ordered another collection that you guys recommended. The, what's it called? I think it's like candy pudding or something. I couldn't find it. One of you had to send me a link. Okay. So we're going to take all of these colors except for the red. And honestly, the bottles, I think, they're not too bad. Like, they're decently cute. I hate when cheaper brands just do like white plain bottles or like an ugly bottle. Like, can we make them cute, you know? All right. Yogurt Nail Blue. You guys, this is the first time I've actually used this collection. Oh, I'm so excited for these. And for the dupes, honestly. Hopefully the dupes are duping. Ugh. Have you guys ordered this collection yet? Or were you waiting for me to finally do this or that video to see if you wanted this collection or the dupe? Honestly, get this collection. You get more colors. You get like, what, double the amount of colors? Almost. They're so pretty. Okay, the blues in this collection are just yum. All right, there is the Yogo nail. The double rhythm. So we've done a design very similar to this before. Okay, so right off the bat, this one might be just a, well, I was gonna say it might be just a touch more pigmented as far as like a jelly goes, but I think the blue is just maybe a little bit brighter. You guys, how long has it been since I've done a this or that video? You guys have been just like, what is happening? It's here, it's here. I hope it was worth the wait. This is the first time I'm doing, okay, so I'm just noticing right off the bat, there's something right there. Just application wise, it's streakier and I'm having to just go over it way more than the Yogo nail one. I could just kind of slap on and there was no like streaky lines. You can tell. So this one, the double rhythm, is just a little bit brighter and a little bit more pigmented. Now that it's settling, the streakiness is going away. There's like one streak, like right there. So I'd say just from the blue one anyway, that the Yogo nail one itself levels better than the double rhythm. Just first glance, first try. All right, the pink. For a second there, I'm like, did you grab the red? But no, this is the pink. The pink in this collection is it? Did I grab the wrong color? No, this is the pink. The pink is just a little bit, I was thinking it was a little bit brighter and more of like a bubblegum pink. I honestly want to check. I'm like second guessing myself. Like, did I grab the red? Because it looks kind of almost red. That's the pink. The pink just looks, honestly, I don't know, to me it just looks a little more pink right there, and they're both one coat. The pink is just kind of, it's a little bit darker than I wish it was, I'll say that. I wish that the pink that they did was more of a like bright, cool toned bubblegum pink, which is what I thought it was, but I don't know. Okay, so definitely the double rhythm colors are more vibrant. I feel like they are just a little bit brighter than the Yogo nail. And I am liking them. I love a little pop. A little pop pop. You guys, I'm sorry if I'm a little like womp womp today. I, for some reason, I've had I woke up with like the worst, like, you know when you're really dehydrated and you have a horrible headache to where you're like gonna throw up and you're fighting it? That's what I've been going through today, so excuse me. I'm trying my best. I've taken like 4 Tylenol and it's just not helping. Oh, okay, this green. Oh yeah. So pretty. So I'm trying to give you guys, you know, more energy, more passion, but I'm a little bit headache and sicky, so excuse me. So pretty. Oh, did I get something on the nail? Yeah, the yogurt nails are definitely very easy to apply. Like, I don't have to worry about them being streaky, which a lot of the times is a problem with jellies, syrups. They tend to get streaky because they're not opaque. But these, all the yogurt nails, the yogurt nail collection applies really, really easy. Oh, this is pretty. So yeah, honestly, like the colors are close, but like I keep saying, the Double Rhythm collection is a brighter set of like neons, whereas the yogurt nail collection is just a little bit of a lighter color. So you could totally get both, you know? Like me. You could totally use both of them. You guys, I'm gonna delete it because no reason to keep it in, but I accidentally almost just messed everything up on the first go around. I switched the nails. I did purple for yogurt nail and clear. I had just started doing Double Rhythm and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that was a close call. So I don't know what I was just talking about, but I almost really screwed up. You know how mad I would be at myself if I hadn't noticed that and I went through the whole thing and you guys were just screaming at me like, girl, you swapped them. Ugh, I would die. All right. I love all these colors. I love them, I love them, I love them. All right, I noticed, since I did one little swoop of this a second ago, that the purple, it is a little bit brighter, I guess. Weird, a second ago, I swear it was like not as bright. It looked more similar to the yogurt nail one, but I guess it is brighter. So my thoughts are, if you wanted you could do just one coat of these. And if you wanted the yogurt nail collection to be brighter, like these ones, you could do 2 coats. And I kind of like that about the yogurt nail, that you have the option of having a sheerer bright, where this one, you're going to start off with a brighter jelly, you know? Oh, I almost put it in the wrong spot. This is dangerous. I like jellies that are lighter that you can build up, because then you have the option, you know, build them up or leave them light. See what I mean? This yellow, to me, when I looked in here, I was like, ooh, that's like a chartreuse, but it's yellow when you swatch it. But it just has like a greeny tint to it, which I love. It literally looks like chartreuse in the bottle. It's so weird. And chartreuse is like one of my favorite colors. Ugh, even when you swatch it, honestly, it definitely has more of a greeny, it's more of like a slight greeny yellow, which, delicious. Delicious. Ugh. And this is exciting because I'll have a full set of nails to wear. Usually I'm only making one set, or one hand, so yay. Yeah, this yellow is definitely more of like a yellow, like whereas the other one has that greeny, slight greeny tint that I like. This is like straight up dandelion yellow. Yeah, definite difference. All right, let's take a look before I give them a cure. So we've got yogurt nail on the bottom, Double Rhythm on the top. So like I said, yogurt nail is definitely a sheerer, lighter jelly, and the Double Rhythm is more of a brighter, punchier jelly. So if you wanted to make them match, you could do 2 coats of their yogurt nail and build it up to get a brighter color. So you do have more options with the yogurt nail. You know, you can do a lighter, sheerer jelly or build it up to have more of a little pop. Let me cure these. All right, guys, we have a lot of things here. We're gonna do some encapsulating. So if you've been here before, we've used these glitters before. These are the Clodi pastel, little tiny little star glitters. They're so adorable. You actually get 6 in here. You get 2 pinks, so you also get a brighter pink. Whereas these from AliExpress, you also get 6, but the 6th color is a white. So I just grabbed all of the colors that are exactly the same. They're literally identical. They're the same exact glitters. You just get 2 different colors as far as like the white and the pink, the second pink goes. But other than that, you can see all the colors are the same. So I put a tiny little, I probably just touched it, a tiny little yellow dot on the corner of this one, just so I remember. They're the same. I mean, spoiler alert. I know it really probably doesn't matter if I mix them up because they're the same thing. Just the price is just quite a bit different. So, of course, you guys, everything is going to be linked. So, as long as it can be linked still. Most of the stuff I am getting from Amazon, so no problem. There's a couple things from Ali that I did check, most of it, and I think the majority, if not everything, is still available. Thank you, Jesus. So, okay, we're also going to be using these brushes. So this is the Diami Round Flat number 17, my favorite brush on the planet. And then this is just called Nail Brush, and it's from AliExpress. But I saw this and thought it looked very similar. So just right off the bat, the Diami brush is slightly more tapered, a little bit skinnier. It's honestly just like a touch like softer, and the hair itself feels nicer quality, and it's more like moldable and can like really get in there, you know? This one's nice, but it's just not, you can tell there's just a quality difference, of course. But I think it'll work good enough that it should be a pretty good dupe, you know? So, we're gonna use those. I also have these. This is the the Goi Builder Top Gel. So it's a non-wipe, thick top gel that can also be used for overlays, because it's also a builder. And then this is the Yogo Zombie King, also non-wipe builder top gel. So exact same concept, should be a good dupe. You can also use the Yogo Zombie top gel in a bottle, but this one is a little bit thinner. It's not considered a builder. That's why they came out with this one. This one is thicker. It's a thicker version of this, basically. So I'm gonna be using this because this compares better with that. Got it? Okay, we're going to encapsulate some glitters. So I am obviously, I gotta switch these, going to need a brush. I'm not gonna need a brush for this step. Obviously, I've got a bottle with a brush, but we are gonna be using this brush and this brush in the next step. I just wanted to introduce it to you guys. So, this, I love this stuff. It's nice and thick, but it's not as thick as, say, the Jinbei Crazy Top Thick Gel. I'd say this is more of like even about like the standard, if not the soft. It's really not that thick. So it's really easy to work with. I like encapsulating with it. If you were going to encapsulate something large, like bigger glitters, I would typically use a thicker gel than this. It would just be easier. You can still use this, but you're just gonna have to build up more. So when I'm encapsulating glitters, what I do is I lay down a layer of, I usually use a non-wipe builder because it's just easier. I lay down not a super thick layer, but I don't want it to be like super thin. I just put enough on there that the glitters are kind of just gonna like sink right on into it. But I don't make it thick like that on the whole nail. And again, not super thick. I just don't worry about, like, normally I try to get it nice and thin as possible when I'm applying a layer of gel. When I'm encapsulating glitters, I like to leave a little bit of a thicker area in the center of the nail, not on the cuticle or the sides or the tip. I try to like clean that part off. Because since these glitters are so small, I'm not gonna have to file when I encapsulate. I'm just gonna stick these in and then I'm gonna put another layer of the builder on top, if that makes sense. Where typically, if I'm doing like larger glitters, I need a little stick. Here. I'm just gonna use this, one of these little plastic cuticle pushers. So whenever I am applying little glitters, I just get a little bit on my little stick, a little bit of this gel that I already used, and just put it on the tip of that, and then I just use that to pick up the glitters and stick them in here. And these glitters are so tiny, so this is probably gonna take a minute. Hello. I forget what I was saying before I went to grab my stick. Okay, and also we're going to be doing a French. We're going to be doing a little French. So I'm not going to worry about putting glitters on the bottom of the nail. I'm just going to put them up where I know the French is not going to cover it. And I don't need like a ton of glitters. I just want to do a few. You guys, encapsulating glitters, or honestly encapsulating anything on nails, they're some of my favorite nails ever. I just, it's just delicious. They make me so happy. Oops. So yeah, just kind of maneuver them around. So, oops, I don't want pink. Just kind of maneuver them around so that it's not so that it's not in the spot where your French is going to be, because then you're just wasting. You want to keep this area thinner down here because you're going to add more to it, if that makes sense, when you put the French there. So I honestly think I'm just going to leave it like that. Maybe one more. Maybe? One more. One more. Okay, there. So cute. So cute. So let's give it a little flashy. With my new flashy. I don't have a dupe flash because, to be honest with you, all of the more affordable flashies that I ever bought suck so badly. So badly. Like, I'll get them and the light is just the dimmest light ever. And then they just die, you know? So, I'm not buying them anymore. Okay, this is the Goe non-white builder top gel. Seems to be a pretty similar consistency to the Yogo. Yeah, it feels pretty similar, honestly. At first I thought it might be a little bit thicker just by the feeling in the bottle, but I don't know, the Yogo one might just be a little bit thicker. I don't know. They feel pretty similar. Pretty similar. Okay. Glitters. So I will do these two nails with you guys. And then I'm going to go and do the rest of the nails because I feel like you probably don't need to see me do the exact same thing on 10 nails. Oh! Are you... Tamra? Why did you do that? I'm so annoyed. How did that just happen? Tell me. What did I do? How did I do that? You guys were watching the whole thing. Why didn't you tell me? Well, how irritating. And you guys, I forgot to mention, I finally made it to 5K. And you know, I have never done a giveaway on my channel. And it is obviously not because I don't want to give you guys something. That's not it. I have, actually. I do send things to people here and there. I just don't tell anybody. As you know, I read all your guys' comments. I respond, as it might take me a little while sometimes because I'm a busy lady, but I do talk to you guys. And I have sent things to people that I feel like need a little pickup or, you know, just something. I just haven't ever mentioned it. So I just haven't done like an actual giveaway. And I feel like maybe when I get to 6, I'll finally have... I want it to be a really good one, you know? I don't want to just do like a little giveaway. I want it to be really good. Because you guys are amazing. Alright. I think that's good. So cute. Alright, babes. I'm going to go and I'm going to do this exact same thing 8 more times. And then we'll come back and we'll do a little Frenchy tip. Tip, tip, tip. French tip time. So we're going to be using the Diami ponygello versus, I believe, the ONL, the Onel. So this one's from AliExpress. I believe it is a non-wipe. Yeah, it's a non-wipe white gel. This one, I don't think this is non-wipe. I was originally going to use the MPA non-wipe white gel, which... very good dupe. I believe we've compared these before, but this container is almost empty. I hardly have anything in here. It's like scraping the bottle, and there's like little dusties and stuff in it, which is driving me nuts. So we're gonna use this one. This is my new favorite anyway. So it is a gorgeous opaque white drawing gel. I love, this is my favorite white drawing gel ever at the moment. So we're going to be using the Diami round flat number 17 Diami on the Korean side, and clocking in on the dupe side, we're using the AliExpress nail brush. We're just doing a little Frenchy, so I'm going to need my alcohol right here, because if you know me at all, you know that my way of doing Frenches is to just paint them on. Let me zoom you out a touch. Paint them on, clean them up. Easiest way to go about it. I'm just going to use this little brush. It's the Leaf Gel oval brush as a cleanup brush. You can use any brush you want. I just like little brushes like this as a little cleanup. And then you just need a little lint-free wipe. So, on the Korean side, you guys, this I love. I love, love, love this Wonder Gel. It is so, look at that. Ooh. It's so good. And it goes on so easy. It's like nice and thick and almost has like a little bit of a stickiness to it. Like you can feel it grabbing the nail. It's not slippery. And ugh, it just works so good. So I'm not going to worry about getting this super opaque. I just want it to be smooth and even. You know what I mean? I'm not worried. If I can see a little bit of the blue or a little bit of the color through it, it's not the end of the world, because we're going to put another color on top of it. I just wanted it to have, because we're going to use a milky yellow as the French color on all of the nails, and I just wanted it to have a white base to go on top of, so it wasn't like yellow on top of blue, yellow on top of green, you know? So that's what this layer is for. So now we just take a little bit of alcohol, dab it off, and wipe. And we're just going to do this on all of the nails. Very easy. I will say the only thing you want to make sure of is in a brush that you're picking. See, there's like one little hair sticking out right there. You don't want that because then it's going to grab and wipe further onto your French where you don't want it to, which is just what happened to me. So I'm just going to clean it up again. So I'm not going to use that side. I'm probably going to grab a different brush. You just want to make sure that the brush that you're using, the hairs are all like nice and smooth. Otherwise, that one little hair is just going to mess everything up for you. Okay. Boom. Frenchie. Done. All right, let's move on over to V. So again, just like I did with the stars, I will do one nail with you guys so you can see the application, how it goes on, etc., etc. And then I will go and I will do the rest of them myself real quick so you guys don't have to sit through, 3 hours of the same thing over and over and over. Now with this gel, you want to mix it up. You can just kind of tell, I don't think you'll be able to see it on here, but you can kind of tell there's just like a little bit of separation. And a lot of potted gels do that, that's common. The Wonder Gel doesn't do that at all. It's like, it's so thick, but not like too thick, you know what I mean? Like it's just the perfect thickness and it doesn't have anything in it that separates. So I don't know. This one feels kind of like a very similar texture, honestly. It feels like it might be, no, it's definitely smoother. I was gonna say it feels like it's gonna be like a nice sticky gel. It's got a little bit of stick to it, but it's definitely smoother and less opaque than the Wonder Gel, 100%. And it honestly could be this brush also, that this brush isn't as forgiving and like smooth as that other brush, so it kind of makes a little bit more lines. I might try the Diami brush. Well, I don't want to do that. I was going to say I might try the Diami brush on one of the other nails, but I want it to be all dupes on one side, so we're just going to get what we get. Yeah, it's just a little bit streaky. And I don't want the yellow to be streaky on top. So I want to get it a little bit more even than that. Okay. Looking better. It's just definitely taking some more effort. Ugh. I'm just going to be so pissed if I put yellow on here and it's streaky. Okay. I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. So again, dip, 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 dab, dab, dab. Find the side of this brush without the rogue hair. If you're new here, I always do my Frenches this way. It is the easiest way to do a French on any shape. On any shape of nail, not just a stiletto. I do it square, coffin, anything. You can paint on the French as messy as you want, and then you just swoop, swoop, clean it up. Oh, I just screwed it up and went down too far. Oh my gosh, and now I'm doing the whole like eyeliner, the cat eye thing where you just keep going and going and it gets bigger and bigger. Now it's just getting smaller and smaller. Okay, last swoop. Okay, there. Yay! Alright, there are the Frenchies. They look good. They look good. Alright guys, you know the drill. I'll do the rest of them and we'll BRB to add some milky yellow. I decided, just for sake of the video, I do want to try this, the dupe white, with the Diami brush and see if it applies better with this brush than it did with that brush. So we know it's the brush and not the gel. And we know, you know, we just need to know. We need to know. So I'm just going to do the pink one on the dupe side with the Korean brush. And we're going to see if this applies better or if it's the gel. Because it's just going to drive me nuts if I don't know. You know? You know, you know? How many times am I going to say no? I just do notice I like the Diami, just a little spoiler at the moment. I like the Diami white about 100 times better than this one. Like, this one's okay. If you could only afford this one, you're gonna be able to do nice nails with it. It's not awful, but if I'm comparing the two, which I am, the Diami is much thicker and has that like stickier texture, so that when you apply it on the nail, it just kind of like sticks to the nail, and you just, it's kind of hard to describe. I hope some of you know what I'm talking about. It just kind of adheres to the nail like perfectly. And this one, it's thinner and like a little bit slipperier. So it's just harder to get like a nice opaque nail without streaks. So I will definitely say, as of right now, if I had to pick the dupe or the Diami, the Korean gel, I would definitely by far pick the Diami. But we'll see what the finished product is, how close. Because that is what we're going for. I will say I think this applied a little bit better with the Diami brush. For sure. So, it's not my favorite white in the whole world. Like I keep saying, the Diami one is definitely way better, but it definitely applies better with the nicer Korean brush, the Diami brush, than it does with this AliExpress brush. And again, I think that is because this brush is just, the Diami brush is more bendable and like moldable. Like I keep saying, you can like get it in there, you know? And this brush, while it's soft, it's just, for one, it's bigger, and the bristles, I think the bristles on this brush are fatter, are more dense, and like the actual hairs themselves are bigger hairs, so that when you go to brush it on, you're going to get more streaking than with like a really fine haired brush that's really smooth. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to go and I'm going to finish. I think I will just go ahead and I'll just keep using this brush because that's what we're doing. And honestly, the thumb doesn't look bad. It looks okay, but I just wanted to test it out. I wanted to test it out. How to do it. All right, for the milky yellow French tips, we are going to use the yellow from the Valla Cotton Pastel collection and the yellow from the Double Rhythm Ice Cream collection. So you can tell these have some very similar colors. The pinks are not that similar to me. I feel like the pink in the Cotton Pastel collection has a little bit more of a peachy tone to it. But they both have a peach. This one is quite a bit darker. The yellows look to be pretty similar. I think the ice cream collection is just a little bit more vibrant than the pastel collection. So the yellow is a little bit brighter, the green, the blue, same thing, but they come with the same colors. They come with a cream, a pink, a peach, a yellow, a green, a blue, just no purple and no clear with sprinkles in the ice cream collection, which that would have been a perfect color. It's clear, but you know what I mean. Color to have in this collection. So I think these look to be decent dupes. Just again, this brand just seems to add a little bit more like pop, if you will. They're a little bit more vibrant on all of their collections so far. So, where are you going? Valla, Double Rhythm. I love these. This Valla collection is one of my favorites. For one, the colors are delicious. I love them so much, but the consistency, they're very opaque. You only need one coat of these and it's totally good. They self-level, everything's even. Like all of these are just one coat. They're the best pastel gels I have ever used. Now, I have not tried these. This is my first time trying these ones, but the Double Rhythm, this is their yellow. So in the bottles, they actually look pretty close. So we'll see, because like with the other ones, I did not do these swatches. These came like this. They could have done 2 coats. I am not sure. These ones, 1 coat. So I'm excited to see how close they are. So let's do the Valla. Yeah, this collection, do any of you have it? I think this is actually the only collection from Valla I have and that I've ever owned, but it's amazing. The colors are just, oh no, there's a hair. They're so smooth and buttery. I just, I love them. So I'm excited to see if the Double Rhythm gels are that buttery. I kind of, just by taking like the brush out and feeling the gel inside with the brush, I can tell you I'm pretty sure that they're thinner in viscosity. So they probably won't be as buttery, but... Alright, let's clean that up a little bit. I used to hate yellow, you guys. I used to hate it. Now, I love it. Especially a milky, buttery yellow. Like, obsessed. I'm just a color obsessed gal at the moment. Bright nails were so not my thing, and now they make me so happy. I love them so much. And this yellow and the blue together with the stars. Stop it. Look at it. Look how smooth. Delicious. Okay, what is on my thumb? I have no idea what that's from. What did I use? I think I had black on one of the, on that MPA, that old MPA gel bottle or jar. I think I had black on it because I don't know what else that would be. Yeah, just from feeling this feels definitely thinner. I hope it's not because it's going to make this streaky and I'm going to be sad, but I'm scared. Color looks good, a little bit brighter. And of course, they have different brushes. The Valla brush might be more like a nicer quality brush than this one. I'm not totally sure. I'm sure it is. It feels just a little bit different. So that can make a difference in application. If the brush that you're using, just like when we did the Frenches, if the brush that you're using isn't as good quality, it can leave streaks. Honestly, this looks good. It's a little bit streaky. I can definitely see through it a little bit, but it's not terrible. Maybe it'll settle. If you ever have streaks in your gel and you just keep going over it and keep going over it, just let it sit for a minute. Sometimes they just take a little bit longer to level out. Like the Valla gels self-level like dang near right away and just smooth, they just smooth out, but this gel seems to be leveling out a little bit as I do this, so. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks good, but definitely can see just a little bit of the streaks through it. Let's see if you guys can tell on here. Not sure how well you can see it, but there's just a little bit of streakiness just right there. And again, that could be the white underneath it, you know? That could be the white. But the Valla looks perfect. So of course, when you're doing dupes, I'm using all dupes on one side, all Korean on the other. You would obviously, if you wanted a couple of the dupes and mix those with Korean products, you're going to get a better result. This is just, you know, all dupes, all Korean. So, all right, guys, I am going to go put these on the rest of the colors, on the rest of the nails, and then we'll be back to finish up. Milky whites, my favorite thing. So we have the Gel Monsta 01, a milky white. So a milky white syrup, and this one is very like bright white. The cocoa-ist one that I usually use, I feel like is a little bit more sheer and maybe a little bit more jelly and see-through. I picked this one because this one looks to be very similar. So this is the Double Rhythm A1367. There, milky syrupy white. And as you can tell, also very, very white, very bright white. They look pretty similar, I don't know, so let's see. We have the Korean products on the left. So I'm just going to do a coat of this milky jelly all over the whole nail just to kind of, you know me, I have to use a milky jelly. Unlike most of my nails, I just love how it looks. I feel like it just kind of ties everything together. It just does. Just wait. See? It just gives like this, like, kind of almost like dreamy effect. Like, look at it. It just looks so delicious. Ugh. It does. It just adds like this little dreamy layer on top, and it just blends like everything that you've done underneath, whether it's like an ombre or whatever, anything. It just kind of like blends it all together and just makes it look so good. I just love it. I am Milky Jelly's #1 fan, 100%. All right, there's the Gel Monsta. Very pretty. Let's do the Double Rhythm. So just off first swipe, the Double Rhythm is definitely a much thinner formula. It's way more like slippery and thin compared to the Gel Monsta. Gels are so creamy and like they're some of the nicest gel. I love Gel Monsta gels. They're so good. So this one is just, it's definitely thinner and more like slippy. More of a slippy gel. So I like the Gel Monsta one better. But as far as looks go, it looks good. Double rhythm on the right, gel monster on the left. And honestly, it lightens this just enough that it makes it look like a little bit more the same. Because as we know, the double rhythm colors are definitely brighter. The yellows look dang near identical, and dare I say the Valla one almost looks just a touch brighter. Just like a tiny bit. But I don't know, they're looking real similar. Let's do the pinks together, and then I will go do the rest by myself. I'm just kind of curious what these will look like. I just want to try it again with you guys. So yeah, the gel monsta is just a little bit on the thicker side compared. But it is a gel monsta syrup, so it's not going to be like, their opaque colors are pretty thick for a gel, like not like overly thick, but they're like the perfect amount of thickness. Thickness, 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 thick, thick, thick. I just love them. They're like creamy, buttery, kind of like the Valla gels, actually, now that I think about it, now that I'm talking about it. They definitely remind me, the Valla gels and the Gel Monster gels definitely remind me of each other. Ugh, I don't want to touch that. Oh, my stomach is going to growl in a second. I am so hungry. I'm starving. Ugh. Do any of you do a milky layer on top of your sets like me? It looks so good. Boom. Oh, you hear my stomach? Yeah, it's kind of making them look a little bit more similar now that we've added that milky layer on. Still a little bit brighter, but... Alright, I'm going to finish the rest. And we'll come back for the next step. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Alright, they're all cured, and they're looking so good. Honestly, I'm so impressed. Like, what? Okay, so, you know, I can't just stop here. I cannot. It is not within me to just call it a day and leave the nails like this. They need charms, they need crystals, they need some things. So of course, the charms, the crystals, the little metal things, these are not this or that. This is just because we know me, and I cannot just leave the nails without any cute little thingamaboobs, you know? So I'm going to put these. I just pulled some charms that I would like to use. I probably won't use all of them, but you know, I just pulled what I would like. These, I love these so much because they remind me of my gold, like, tooth gems, or just tooth gems, period. Like the golden, white gold ones. Oh, love. So I'm going to use, I don't know about you, but I love gold and silver together. I think it's dope. And then I just grabbed a ton of sparkly things. So on the Korean side, we're going to be using the Zombie King Yogo Builder Non-White Top Gel to adhere all of these. For these bigger ones on both nails, I'm going to use my trusted Make-In Parts Gel because it is the best. I use this for any charms that are about this size or bigger, like those little hearts. I will just put on with the builder. So what I do is I put the bigger charms on with this, I will cure, and then I will go over the rest of the nail with either this or with this. I'm using the Goi on the dupe side, but then I go over the rest of the nail with one of those, and then I put all the little tiny things in, it sinks down into the gel, boom, cure, you're done. Easy peasy. So let's get going. I will not be doing every nail with you guys because, again, this video is already going to be so long. So I think I'll do like one nail on each side with you guys, and then I will just repeat those exact same steps by myself. I won't be doing anything different. So I'll show you guys what I do. Oh, wrong way. And then I will go do it myself, you know? Okay. All right, so first, this stuff. This, again, if you are new here, literally the best stuff for adhering medium or larger charms. I mean, you could use it for any charms, but I just, like I said, if I'm doing anything smaller, I just use a non-wipe thick, either this or my Should Be Crazy Top Thick Gel as my top coat, and then I just sink everything in. For anything like this size or larger, I will use this for those because it's the best. You can put on the biggest charm you've ever seen and it will stay. It's craziness. It's crazy. So what I like to do is just pick up, like, because a cross is kind of a different shape instead of like one of those flowers or something where you can just like put a little bloop and put it on. The cross, it's just kind of hard to like guess where you need to put the adhesive. So I just like to dip it on in, swirl it around, get it nice and in there. Don't need that much. And then you just bloop on the nail. So I'm going to put all of the charms like starting right here. Oh, let go. At the French. I'm not going to go above this. And see, it just stays like. Buy this stuff, I swear. They have it at Zillow. You can use my code DEVIL10. It is the best. And it comes in a set with a sealer that you paint around the edges to seal your charms in. I'll just be using this today because I'm going to use that as a top coat and to put all the other charms on here. But it's craziness how good this stuff works. Okay, I'm going to move it over a touch. Nope. All right. And then I think I'll use, I'll just cure that because I'm going to use the top gel to put anything else on here. So just cure it. Flash cure. Okay, now we're just going to go in with, again, our Diami Round Flat number 17 brush and our non-white builder top gel by Yogo and go in with all the other little things. I'm not going to put a ton on this one because I did already put like a bigger charm on there, but I'm going to put a couple things. So what you do, you're going to just dip on in, get a bunch, and then just start your top coat. And again, since I'm using this to like seal the charm, this isn't what this video is about, but I'm just going to show you since I'm here. I always go in and I seal the charm so there's not gaps in between the charm and the nail, because that is where your hairs get stuck. And oh, nobody likes that. That's why so many people don't use charms or crystals, because they're like, dude, my hair gets stuck in it. No. Whoever's putting them on you is doing it wrong. Is it you or is it your nail tech? Only you will know that. But there's a way to fix it. Okay, I used way too much. And I tend to do not like the thinnest coat ever. Like normally if I'm just doing a top coat, I definitely try to make it as thin as possible. Not like, you want your top coat to be enough to protect the nail, but you don't want like a super thick top coat. But I tend to just do a little bit more when I'm adding any little charms or crystals so that they have a little bit more to sink into. All right, did I put enough over here? No. All right, now it's time for the sparkly things. So I'm not doing like a full-on like junk nail, but I do want like, no, I don't want red. But I do want just a few little things. Boop, 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 boop. Is there two of these? No. you guys having a good day? I hope this video isn't boring. This is the first time doing a this or that video where I'm like actually doing the nails and not just showing you like swatches and stuff. Normally I just do like swatches and give you all the info. This time I'm actually like doing the nails, so it's a little bit different. I think it's a better way of doing it. So let me know if you guys like it this way or what. All right. I'm going to add a little bit of my top coat on top of the metal charm just before I cure it. La 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 la. All right. Boom. I'm gonna cure it. All right, this is the dupe side. I'm gonna do this metal cross, or do I want the pink one on here? Let's do the pink one, maybe? Nope, I'm gonna do the metal one. So I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna dip it in here. And slap it on the nail. Oh, this bow really sticks up. It's cute though. Okay. And of course we're going to use the Koi non-white builder top gel. Hopefully it's just as shiny as our Yogo, because that one is so shiny. I love that one. That one and the Jimby are just the best. So this is going to be a true test. God, a lot comes out on the brush. This one's not as thick as the Yogo, so it might be a little bit more difficult to seal in the sides. Honestly, they stick up so much, I'd probably have to go in with some, like the sealer that comes with the Make N or like the Jimby Crazy Top Thick Gel, just to get in like some of those gaps. But I'm not going to worry about it too much because I'm not going to actually like wear these every day, you know? If I was wearing these every day, I would be making sure that these gaps were really sealed in, because getting your freaking hair stuck on your charms, literally, bane of our existence. Is it bane or vein? Oh my gosh, I look so stupid right now. Bane of our, I swear people say bane of our existence, but I don't know what bane means. It's vein, isn't it? What is it? Help me. It's the vein of my existence. It's the bane of my existence. Well, you guys, I'm just gonna tell you something. Until like a couple years ago, I thought the saying was, we'll play it by ear. It's play it by ear, which I guess makes sense, but also so does mine. Play it by year, like time. Time will tell, you know? I think that makes sense. Oh boy. Yep, I forget how I found that out, but that was a fun one. Oh, help me. I want a bigger orange one, but I don't see a big orange one. I'll use this pink one. Boop, 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 boop. God, I really want a big orange one because the nail's blue. What are you doing here? Excuse me, sir. Oh, hello. You are not welcome. Thank you. All right, I need one more. What do I do? What do I do? See, I can make you guys sit through this for an hour or whatever it may be for me to finish the rest of these charms. I just can't do that to you. I know you would fast forward. Come on. Come on. Forget about it. Okay. That's cute. She cute. We're gonna cure. All right, so far we have these. They look so good. They're so cute. Like, I love them. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rest of the nails. I'm gonna do the exact same steps. Yogi Zombo on the Korean side and Goe on the dupe side, and I will be back and we will see the finished result, and then we're going to go over my final thoughts on all of these products. All right, we're all done. I'm honestly shocked. I'm gonna have a final thought coming up, but they honestly look so good. They look so good. Like, I think these were some of the best dupes, the best this or that yet. All right, let's go into my final thoughts, shall we? Okay, final thoughts. What's the term? Shook if. Like, shh. These turned out on both sides. I mean, I knew the Korean side was going to be, you know, wasn't sure how this side would turn out, but honestly, it's probably not going to focus. No, it is. Which side is which? I mean, you should know by the charms, right? Korean dupes. You guys, honestly, the only difference that I see at the moment, besides what we've like gone through during whatever, is just the brightness of the dupe side. It's just a little bit brighter. If you did 2 coats with the yogurt nail chewing gum collection, they'd probably look identical. Like I said in the video, I just wanted to keep everything the same. 1 coat, if I did 1 coat with the other, you know, I didn't want to like start 2 coats here, 1 coat for that. I just wanted to keep it all the same. So you could get, I am sure, the exact same brightness, which I actually like of the yogurt nail collection. I do like that it's a little bit lighter, because then it gives you the option. I believe I said that in the video. It gives you the option of having a lighter, bright, juicy jelly, or a little bit of more of a punch, you know? So I like that you get the option. I love that. Let's go over the prices and everything. So first, we have the Diami corn tips. These are kind of hard to find at the moment because, you know, Sweetie isn't carrying them right now. Hopefully they'll be back. Zillabo has them. The clear ones are sold out. They do have the ivory ones, which ivory ones, which if you're going to be painting anything on top of them and you're not just going to have like a clear jelly nail, I mean, even then, I don't know, the ivory is like still, it's just like a milky white. So you could get those. They do have the clear at Luna, but the prices. At Zillabo and at Hey Nails, they're both sold out of the clear, but they both have the ivory. They're $19.98 or $20 at Hey, so 20 bucks. And then at Luna Beauty, they're $29. So if you had to have the clear, you could get them at Luna. We don't have a code at Luna. I don't think anybody has a code at Luna. I don't know whatever happened with that. But Zillabo, 10%, you know, Devil 10. Anywhere that you see anything from Sweetie or Zilla on here, Devil 10. Okay, so Tay stilettos are from Amazon. I believe they're actually like a Chinese brand. They are $5.99, which is a super good deal. Of course, these are both gel full cover nails. I don't buy plastic nails. Any nails that you see me use are gel. So $5.99. Cheap. I will tell you the only difference that I notice, obviously one of them is pre-buffed, one of them isn't. But like I explained in the video, I always buff anyways, because I just like to have like, I just like the look of a buffed nail. It just makes me happy. I don't know. But also like I just feel like the little bit of like the grit on a buff nail, everything just sticks really good, you know? So that's the only difference. Plus, the Diami nails are just a touch longer, just a touch. So depending, like, you really, I don't know if you could tell if I put them right next to each other that the Diami ones are just a tiny bit, it's probably not going to focus because my stupid face is back here. Come on. Come on. Okay. Let's see. See my pointer fingers? I've got them lined up. They're just a tiny bit longer. Just a touch. Like a centimeter, if that. So honestly, like if you just have them on, like you're not gonna notice, but that's a little bit of a difference. Okay, the yogurt nail chewing gum at Sweetie is $116 and you get 10 colors. So that evens out to be $16 a piece per gel. The Double Rhythm Mirror Glass collection is from Amazon, and that collection for 6 colors is $25.99. That works out to be $4.33 a piece, so way cheaper. Of course, like the main difference, I would say, is Double Rhythm is brighter. The chewing gum collection, you get the option of having a lighter, like juicy color and then build it up if you want. You don't get that option with the Double Rhythm collection. You start with a bright color. I think that's the main difference. The only other one, the chewing gum, the yogurt nail gels, quite honestly, Korean gels, I've never found a dupe that's better. You know, like we can make them look similar, but like the chewing gum collection, the yogurt nail gels, they're a little bit, they're thicker and they just have like a better viscosity for painting on the nails, especially with jellies where it just kind of like evens out. You don't have any streaks. It self-levels. So that's what you're going to get with like Korean gels versus a dupe, a more affordable option. You're just going to have to work at it more, possibly do another coat so you don't have streaks. Okay, the Valla Cotton Pastel collection is at Sweetie, and it is $102 for 8 colors, which is $12.75 a bottle. And then the Double Rhythm Ice Cream collection is at Amazon, and that is, again, $25.99 for 6 colors, so $4.33 a piece. So, big difference, but same thing. Like, when you compare, quite honestly, the colors are very similar. The colors, very close. I mean, I can't even tell a difference, honestly. I think maybe the Double Rhythm again is, honestly, I feel like they're the same when you put them on and you cure. I'm like, I can't tell a difference in the color. But again, with the actual like gel, the gel itself, this collection from Valla is, I've talked about it multiple times. I've used it a couple times on my channel at least. They are 1 coat coverage, so buttery and creamy, and they self-level like a dream. like a dream. I literally, you just paint these on and it just like, again, that's what you typically get with Korean gels. They just kind of like, even with their 3D clays, everything just kind of does what you want it to do. It just kind of like, bloop, you know? And we love, you know, we love bloops around here. We love the bloopers. Bloop. Now with the more affordable ones, of course, again, it's just the same kind of thing. These are definitely way thinner and way more slippy and less grabby, and they don't self-level like these would. So it's just a different, and like, yeah, you can get a similar look. It's going to take a lot more effort and maybe more product with the more affordable options, right? I mean, that's what typically is going to be the case. Like I said, I've never found a dupe product that will beat a Korean product. We can just probably make it work, typically. Okay. The Gel Monsta Milky Jelly, which is number 01, which is of course from Zilla, it's Zilla's brand, is $16. And then the Amazon Double Rhythm A1367 Milky White is $6.99. So a $9 difference. And again, I'm just going to say the same thing. Exact same thing I would say about these and about the other ones. Easier to use, takes a little more effort, more slippery and thin than this one is nice. And like these Gel Monsta gels are also very like buttery and smooth to put on, self-level. You're just gonna hear me just know that that is the case with all the Korean gels we're using. Love them so much. Okay, and then the Diami Ponygello Wonder Gel Potted Gel, $15. That's at Sweetie. And then the Ono Potted White Gel is $4.44, but you have to pay $5.41 shipping. So it works out to be $9.85, so you're saving like $5. $5.15. And quite honestly, that $5.15 is worth it to me to spend it on this, because this stuff, if you are looking for a new white potted gel for like Frenchies, nail art, this is literally I've tried quite a few. This is my favorite one I have ever tried. The one that I used before this was the Miss Pink Nail non-wipe. It was in a container literally exactly like this. I really like that one, but this one beats that one out of the water. This one is more opaque, but it's not so thick that it's like hard to get even. It is the best white nail art gel I have ever tried. It's, again, it kind of just works itself, whereas this one is definitely way thinner and less opaque. So it was a lot more work to try to get it even without streaks, and if you're using white, especially if you're using it on top of a color, you don't want streaks, because then anything you put on top of it, like the yellow, you're gonna see those streaks. You're gonna have to do, you would definitely need more than one coat of this. Whereas this one, I use one coat of this all the time. I never put two coats of this. So this is my way by far winner in this department is this one. Okay, the Yogo Zombie King Builder Top Gel, $20 at Sweetie. The Gaoi Non-Wipe Builder Top Gel, I didn't put a price down. One moment. $6.99, my bad. So $6.99, that's at Amazon. Honestly, I really like this, and I've heard good things about this brand, so I'm not surprised. It's nice and thick, but it is not as thick as this one. This one is thicker. It's really shiny. Like, this is actually really shiny. I think it's an amazing top coat. I like this one better for what I was using them for, which would be like putting the little charms on and the crystals on and using it as a top coat, just because it is a little bit thicker in viscosity. But if you're on a budget, this one is really nice. It came out very shiny. Trying to see if one of them is shinier. I'd say the Yogo one is just a little bit shinier. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell if I show you right here. Focus. Come on. Come on. Okay. Yogo. Goi. I don't know if you can tell up here. It's just the slightest bit shinier. And of course I haven't washed these or anything yet, which sometimes like after you wash them or whatever, like the top coat can get a little bit dull. So I don't know how it is after that. But just first glance, I think it's a great option. 100%. Okay, the Clodi pastel stars, these are from Zilla. They're $20. They've been sold out for a long time, so I don't know if they're even like bringing it back or what. The AliExpress ones are $4.17. They used to be like $2, so that's doubled in price. But you also have to pay shipping. It didn't say how much, but it said you had to pay shipping if you don't spend $10 on that like brand's stuff. So I don't know how much that is, but obviously they're literally, I don't know why you would buy the Clodi ones. They're the exact same stars, exact same. And they're in stock on AliExpress, so shipping will take forever at the moment, but all right. And then last we have the Diami number 17 round flat brush, which is from Sweetie, and it's $24. And then the AliExpress nail brush for $2.65. And again, you have to pay shipping if you don't spend at least $10. This, again, the Diami brush, I like it way more. If you are on a budget and you literally cannot afford to get this brush, this will do, it will do the job. Again, it will just take a little bit more effort because I think, like I said in the video, I believe I said that I think the hairs on this are just not as fine as the hairs on this one. Not to mention, like, the brush is just a little bit wider itself. It's not as long. So the Diami brush, I can really like just get in there and like do what I need to do. This one just tended to leave more streaks on the nail, whereas the Diami brush literally, it doesn't leave streaks. It works itself, which is just a theme for Korean products. They just do what they need to do, you know? Like I showed in the video, I went in with this to do the, I believe it was the white French. And then I was wondering, because it was kind of streaky, I was wondering, was it the brush or is it the white gel, or is it probably both? So I did show me using this, and it worked better, but not as good, of course, as this. So it's kind of a mixture of both things. I do think I like this brush way more than I like this one. It just works better. I don't have streaks. It's the perfect like softness, length, thickness, everything. I use it for everything. Top coats that are in a jar. French tips. You can use it to clean up your French tip if you want. Colors that are in a pot. Like anything I love. I love this brush. I have a backup of it. It is my favorite brush. All right, guys, that is it. We've been here, I bet, for quite a while. I hope you like this video. Let me know if you like doing the this or that videos this way, doing them on a nail, like one hand versus one hand. I think it's way better. I think you can really see the products working, and that's like the most important part of the, you know, of a this or that video. Like I can tell you and I can do a swatch. It's just not the same. You know, they don't look the same on a swatch sometimes as they would when you're actually using them. So I think we learn a little bit more. Yeah, I think it was fun. These videos take a long time. So that's why, like, and it takes me a while to like gather products and figure out what I'm going to do with them. So I have more. There will be another one. Just give me a little bit. But I hope you guys love it. I hope it was worth the wait. I love you guys. Don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe. And then hit that bell so you know when I post. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Subscribe to my channel before you leave. I would appreciate it. All right, guys. I love you, and I will see you very, very soon on Sunday. Bye, guys.